reporter, I follow people that do not want to be followed.
What about the allegations that you recruit the most vulnerable for tests that end up killing people?
Your time to go.
When Venom hit theaters in 2018, it marked the beginning of Sony's ambitious plan to build its own universe of Marvel characters, separate from the traditional Marvel Cinematic Universe, but still rooted in the same comic book mythology. The film took one of Spider-Man's most iconic villains and reimagined him as a standalone antihero, bringing to life a darker, grittier story about duality, power, and redemption. Directed by Ruben Fleischer, Venom explored what happens when an ordinary man becomes host to an alien symbiote with lethal instincts and unpredictable powers, setting the stage for one of the most chaotic and entertaining anti-hero stories in modern superhero cinema. Set in San Francisco, the movie follows Eddie Brock, a once-respected investigative journalist whose life spirals out of control after a disastrous encounter with the powerful Life Foundation, a corporation conducting secret experiments on alien symbiotes brought to Earth. When Eddie uncovers the truth about these experiments, he finds himself bonded with one of the symbiotes, a sentient creature named Venom. The bond gives him incredible strength, agility, and regenerative abilities, but also a constant struggle to maintain control over his own mind and body. The relationship between Eddie and Venom becomes the film's core, blending humor, horror, and action into a unique narrative about two beings forced to coexist inside one body. Tom Hardy delivered a transformative performance as Eddie Brock, capturing the turmoil of a man torn between fear and fascination for the creature living within him. His chemistry with Venom, brought to life through motion capture and Hardy's own voice work, became the highlight of the film, turning what could have been a simple monster story into a character-driven experience. The duality of Eddie and Venom provided moments of surprising humor, as the symbiote's blunt, chaotic personality contrasted sharply with Eddie's anxious humanity. This dynamic helped set the film apart from typical superhero fare, creating a partnership that audiences found both strange and entertaining. The supporting cast added depth to the story, with Michelle Williams playing Anne Wang, Eddie's ex-fiancée A, who finds herself drawn back into his life as he battles his new reality. Riz Ahmed portrayed Carlton Drake, the brilliant but ruthless head of the Life Foundation, whose obsession with merging humanity and alien life pushes him to dangerous extremes. His transformation into Riot, another symbiote host, created a thrilling showdown that pushed Eddie and Venom to their limits. Jenny Slate appeared as Dr. Dora Skirth, a scientist within the Life Foundation who becomes a crucial ally in exposing the corporation's unethical experiments. Together, these performances brought a grounded emotional layer to a film that balanced wild comic book action with moments of real human conflict. Visually, Venom delivered a dark and atmospheric tone that matched the symbiote's chaotic nature. The city of San Francisco became more than a backdrop. It was a living, breathing part of the film's tension, full of chase sequences, nighttime battles, and gritty urban landscapes. The action scenes, particularly the motorcycle chase and the final battle on the launch pad, showcased a mix of practical effects and CGI that made Venom's fluid transformations and monstrous powers look convincingly menacing. The creature design itself was one of the film's standout achievements, bringing the comic book version of Venom to life with his signature fanged grin, rippling black tendrils, and towering physique. The tone of Venom walked a fine line between horror and comedy. While some moments leaned into the monstrous, others highlighted the bizarre friendship developing between Eddie and his alien counterpart. Their back-and-forth dialogue, filled with insults, threats, and reluctant affection, became an unexpected source of humor and heart. This unique balance helped the movie carve its own identity, appealing not only to comic book fans, but also to audiences looking for something distinct from the polished world of traditional superhero films. The result was a chaotic, fun, and surprisingly emotional story about learning to coexist with one's darker side. One of the most memorable aspects of Venom was how it managed to succeed despite being a risky concept. Without Spider-Man as a direct presence, many wondered whether the character could stand on his own. However, the film proved that Venom's mythology was strong enough to thrive independently. It introduced audiences to the world of symbiotes, setting up a new corner of the Marvel Universe that felt dangerous and unpredictable. The story not only redefined Eddie Brock's journey, but also expanded the scope for future films, hinting at a broader universe filled with other symbiotes and morally complex characters. The soundtrack and score complemented the movie's tone, combining industrial and electronic influences to emphasize Venom's alien energy. The music heightened the intensity of action scenes while underscoring Eddie's emotional turmoil, helping to create an immersive atmosphere. The film's editing and pacing kept the narrative engaging, building tension as Eddie's bond with the symbiote grew stronger. From slow, suspenseful scenes to explosive action, the rhythm of the story kept viewers invested from start to finish. Behind the scenes, the production of Venom was driven by a desire to craft a story that honored the character's comic book roots while appealing to modern audiences. The creative team focused on exploring the psychology of Eddie Brock, his guilt, failures, and desire for redemption. By showing his transformation into Venom, not as a curse, but as a form of empowerment, the movie gave the antihero dimension and depth. Tom Hardy's dedication to the role, performing both the physical and vocal elements of his dual characters, added authenticity and intensity, making Eddie's struggle feel real and visceral. The film's visual effects team played a crucial role in bringing Venom to life. Every movement, expression, and transformation was meticulously crafted to reflect the symbiote's unpredictable nature. The result was a creature that felt alive, simultaneously terrifying, and oddly charismatic. The blending of Hardy's performance with digital animation allowed the film to showcase moments where the line between man and monster blurred seamlessly. These effects not only elevated the action sequences, but also made the emotional connection between Eddie and Venom more believable. When the film was released, it sparked a wave of discussion among fans and critics alike. Some praised its bold tone and Hardy's performance, while others debated its deviation from traditional superhero formulas. Regardless, Venom resonated with audiences worldwide, becoming a surprise box office hit and proving that viewers were hungry for unconventional comic book stories. The character's mix of darkness, humor, and humanity struck a chord, and the film's success paved the way for sequels and an expanding universe centered around anti-heroes rather than traditional saviors. Venom also served as a reminder that not every superhero movie needs to follow the same blueprint. Its self-contained story, filled with sharp wit and monstrous spectacle, offered something different from the interconnected MCU style. It felt raw and unpredictable, much like its lead character. Eddie Brock's journey from a broken man to an unlikely hero embodied the essence of redemption, showing that even those consumed by darkness can find a way to do good, if only by accident. The chemistry between Eddie and Venom became one of the most talked about elements of the film. Their interactions, ranging from intense arguments to comedic banter, created a partnership that audiences found both strange and endearing. The symbiote's twisted sense of morality and Eddie's attempts to control it gave rise to moments of unexpected vulnerability and growth. This dynamic turned Venom into more than just a monster movie. It became a story about identity, companionship, and learning to live with the parts of ourselves we fear the most. The ending of the movie left fans excited for what would come next. With Venom and Eddie embracing their partnership, the story hinted at more challenges and darker threats ahead. The post-credits scene teased the introduction of another infamous symbiote, setting up the foundation for an even bigger confrontation in future installments. It was a perfect way to expand the world while keeping the focus on Eddie and Venom's evolving relationship. In the years since its release, Venom has gained a reputation as one of the most entertaining and distinct entries in the modern superhero genre. It stands as a testament to the power of taking creative risks and giving complex characters their moment in the spotlight. The film's blend of action, emotion, and chaos captured what makes Venom such an enduring figure in pop culture, a creature both monstrous and strangely relatable. With its success, Sony proved that there's room in the superhero landscape for stories that embrace imperfection, unpredictability, and the raw, messy nature of human and alien coexistence. Ultimately, Venom 2018 became more than just a comic book adaptation. It was a character study wrapped in action and dark humor, a film that dared to find heart in the grotesque and humanity in the monstrous. It explored what happens when two broken beings, one human, one alien, find strength in each other. Through its wild tone, striking visuals, and unforgettable performances, it carved out its own space in the superhero world, leaving fans eager for the chaos to continue in the years ahead.